dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to The Mixer, the segment on this channel where I give you guys all sorts of detailed analyses from all walks of life. I'll talk about people, places, animals, food, sports, traveling, the whole 9 yards, hence why it's called The Mixer, because I like to mix things up in this huge playlist here with over 200 videos at this point. It's quite something, and I know that you guys haven't heard from me in a while. You know, it's been probably a couple of weeks now since I've posted a video. There is a reason for that. Maybe I'll get to it in another vlog. I'll explain everything that's been going on and stuff, you know, but for now, let's just go back to my regularly scheduled programming, right? My final WNBA player profile video where I'm going to be talking about one of the greatest point guards ever to grace the court in women's basketball, Suzanne Bridget Bird. She had a very impressive playing career from 2002 to 2022, so 20 years in the WNBA. She also played for 3 different teams in the Russian league, but I'm not going to talk about that. In this video, I'm going to just cover her WNBA exploits and her national team career as well, right? So she played her entire career for the Seattle Storm, and she put up quite a few impressive accolades. Like, for example, you guys might not notice, but she was the first and so far the only WNBA player to win championships in 3 different decades, right? And she also has a joint record of 4 WNBA rings, you know, so 4 championships that she shares with another player. And also, she has right now 5 Olympic gold medals to her name, all of which were won consecutively. They were won straight, you know, without losing. Some of the games she even swept the opponents, you know, it was freaking crazy. The United States won all of the games. And also, she has won 4 FIBA World Cups or World Championships, and she is one of only 11 women to achieve all 4 of those accolades that I just mentioned. She was such a phenomenal player, a great shooter, especially from beyond the arc. But what most impresses me about her was her playmaking ability, you know? I think I phrased that grammatically incorrectly. What most impressed me about her was her playmaking abilities, you know? I really loved it so much, man. You know, watching her on the court was amazing because she gave more assists than scored points. She really was the ultimate team player, and I just love her so much. If you ask me who I think is the greatest WNBA player of all time, I would say Sue Bird, you know? You could argue maybe Cynthia Cooper. I did a video about her some time ago if you want to go and watch that later, you know? Many consider her to be the GOAT because of her dominance with the Houston Comets, you know? But to me, Sue is just out of the ordinary. There's just something spectacular about her, which I'm going to be covering next, you know, with highlighting her career accolades. But before that, let's take a look at a clip here of Susan doing something.
She has a tendency to drive with her head down, and then she looks up and might be in trouble. Bird back the other way. Nice drive and banks it off for Schumacher to handle. Elsie, Sue Bird got in the way, offensive foul. Tremendous defense by Sue Bird.
Quick, but don't hurry. And when you're in a break situation, stop at the free throw line. You have to be under control. That's one of the things that, again, Coach Wooden always talked about.
Pretty cool, huh? The early days of her career, right? Now, I combed through the internet and put together a little script of sorts, in my own words here, kind of like a little career summary of everything that she did. And I'm going to be reading it for you guys here. And as always, there will be text showing up on screen and stuff. You already know how it works. Now, she started playing amateur basketball, you know, in the athletic union in the 6th grade, you know, and then 2 years later, she was attending Soyet High School, but she wanted more competition, so she transferred to Christ the King Regional High School in New York, you know, and played 2 seasons there. And now she played for the Lady Royals team and led them to a 24-3 record in her junior year, and also they went undefeated in her senior year, and they won the state championship and a national title. And Susan won quite a few individual awards and accolades as an individual player. And then later on for college, she attended UConn, which is the University of Connecticut, and that was from 1998 to 2002. She spent all 4 years there. Now, unfortunately, she tore her ACL in her freshman year, right? But in her sophomore year, she came back and led them to a 36-1 record and also won a championship and a tournament in the same year. And then later on in her junior year, a 32-3 record for the Lady Royals team. And also, that's Lady Royals was back in high school, for the UConn team, right? And then in her senior year, she helped them to a 39-0 record, undefeated in her senior year. And she also won the Wade Trophy, the Honda Sports Award, and the College Player of the Year, right? And so she was elected a College Player of the Year. Now into the WNBA. In 2002, she was drafted first overall in the first round by the Seattle Storm, and she started in all 32 games in that season and averaged 14.4 points per game. And also at one point, she even scored a career high 33 points in the regular season against the Portland Fire. And then fast forward to 2004, where she won her first WNBA championship with the Seattle Storm. And then in 2010, there were quite a few clutch moments and game-winning buzzer beaters by Sue that led them to their second championship, right? Which was very crazy. Go and look up those semifinal games, man. She was just clutch as hell. And then fast forward to 2014, she played 33 games that season with the Seattle Storm while averaging 10.6 points per game and also 4.0 assists per game, just 4 assists per game. And also she was voted a WNBA All-Star. Fast forward to 2016, there was a bit of a resurgence after an injury, right? And she actually had knee surgery prior to this, and she put up her best numbers that season since her surgery, since coming back from it. The Seattle Storm had a 16-18 record, but were unfortunately eliminated by the Atlanta Dream in the first round of the playoffs. Now we fast forward to 2018, she became the Seattle Storm's all-time leading scorer, and also she played her 500th WNBA regular season game, which was a record at the time. And then she had a her career highs in assists, field goal percentage, and also three-point shooting. And they would go on to sweep the Washington Mystics to win yet another WNBA championship. Freaking crazy. And now in 2019, she had surgery on her left knee, so she missed most of the season. But in 2020, which was a season that was shortened to 22 games because of COVID, she actually was limited to just 11 games in the regular season, and the Storm still went on to finish 14-8 that time, and they swept the Las Vegas Aces in 3 games to win yet another WNBA championship, right? And so now fast forward just a little bit to 2022 when she would retire from the WNBA, and in 2023 her number 10 jersey was retired by the Seattle Storm. It was freaking crazy, dude. Oh boy, I gotta take a breath now, and I'm going to be talking about her national team exploits, but before that, you already know, another clip here.
I haven't given much thought to what my legacy is going to be or what mark I'm going to leave, but one thing I do want to be able to say is that I was a winner, and that I was able to go out there and always win gold medals as well as the rest of my team, and that's always the goal. And so to achieve your goal, I think it kind of speaks for itself. It's its own legacy.
And now we're gonna take a look at her time with Team USA, and oh boy, was it a successful time, Already put together a cheat sheet here with my own. I literally typed it out in my own words here on my tablet, so I'm gonna read it for you guys. So starting off in 2000, right, where she played the Jones Cup in Taipei, starting in all 4 games and leading the team with 17 assists and winning the gold medal. Then in 2002, she played the FIBA World Championship in China, scoring 4.3 points per game, right, and winning all of the 9 games in that series and also the title of the championship. 2004, Team USA and Sue Bird won the gold medal at the Olympic Games in Greece, Athens. Now in 2006, there was another FIBA World Championship here in Sao Paulo where I live, and she played 9 games and went 50% from 3-point range and also had a grand total of 41 assists, man. And unfortunately, America still only took home the bronze medal. That is a crying shame. Now in 2008, they also again won the Olympic gold medal in China, Beijing, and Sue played all 8 games and she put up 14 steals, tied with another player in Team USA, but still very impressive. Now in 2010, they went to play another FIBA World Championship in the Czech Republic, and Sue individually had 5.6 points per game in that series there, and also she had a grand whopping 26 assists in total, and they won that championship there. Now around this point, the World Championship was also known as the FIBA World Cup, so you could say one or the other. They are still the same competition, but it used to be called the FIBA World Championship for women. Now it's the FIBA World Cup for women, if that makes any sense. Now fast forward to 2012 now in the Olympic Games in London, right? They again won the gold medal, and also that was actually now, I believe it was the, let me count here. It was 1, 2, 3. I believe it was their 3rd or 4th consecutive gold medal for America, And in 2014, again, they won the FIBA World Championship. And then in 2016, they won yet another Olympic gold medal, this time in Rio de Janeiro. And that one, I believe, was their 5th, Yes, I believe it was their 5th consecutive. No, sorry. I even wrote it down and I can't even say it. It was their 6th straight medal at that point, Oh my God. So now in 2018, the most recent accomplishment, they yet again won the FIBA World Championship, now called the FIBA World Cup for women. And Sue became the very first player in basketball history, either male or female, to win 4 FIBA World Cups, 4 medals in the World Championship. And also at that point, she had reached 107 assists in the FIBA World Cup, and now she that made her the leading assist giver, you know, playmaker, you know, in America. And I don't think that record has been surpassed, you know. Sue Bird was just an all-American player, man. Just like this amazing athlete that everything she touched turned to gold. Literally, because of the gold medals in the Olympics, you know. She just won everything, right? She was essentially like the Michael Jordan of, you know, WNBA. She's just winning everything, you know. Unfortunately, never three-peated in the WNBA, but it's all good. Let's take a look at another clip before I go into the final stretch.
Williams into Bird in the corner. You bet! She's done it again! Sue Bird! Are you kidding me? The clutch gene of Sue Bird. Holy cow!
And now let's talk about her career statistics, right? I'm going to be excluding things from her UConn days and also the Russian league, you know, none of those accolades or statistics. I want to limit it just to the WNBA because I think it's more prominent, you know, and I also don't want this video to get so dang long. So let's talk about her career WNBA stats. Okay, stop saying so, Chazzy. 6,803 points in total across her entire career, you know, so 11.7 points per game would be the average there, and also 1,466 rebounds in total as well, so 2.5 rebounds per game, all over the dang place with the rebounded and bounded, and she was a great playmaker because she had 3,234 assists, which would come out to around 5.6 assists per game, you know, so she had almost about half of assists that she had in points, man, you know, just to show you how much of a playmaker she was, right? Freaking crazy. Now let's talk about her accolades, right? Highlights and awards. A 4-time WNBA champion, you know, like I covered earlier in the other stats and stuff that I talked about. Now, this is also impressive. A 13-time WNBA All-Star. That is freaking insane, dude. 20 years, 13 times All-Star. I mean, that's more than half of her entire career, you know? And also a 5-time All-WNBA first team, you know, all 5 times she made that team there. And also a 3-time All-NBA second team. I honestly don't know what this means, by the way, first team, second team, in any sport that I follow, I don't know what it means. And also, she was a 3-time WNBA assists leader as well, right? So 05, 09, and 2016. And also a 2-time WNBA peak performer, so 2009, 2016. I don't know what that is, but given the context, maybe she was just the one who performed at her peak, you know. And this might not be, you know, surprising to any of you because I said this in all of the other videos that I did, you know, like for example Lisa Leslie that I talked about more recently. She made the WNBA 10th anniversary team in 2006, right? And then it just keeps going from there. She also made the WNBA 15th anniversary team in 2011, and to the surprise of nobody, if you've been watching up until now, she also made the WNBA 20th anniversary team in 2016. Oh boy, and last but certainly not least, she also made the WNBA 25th anniversary team in 2021. And she also, I don't know what this is, but she was a Commissioner's Cup champion in 2021 as well, right? So her number 10 is retired by the Seattle Storm, and she also won the award for USA Basketball Female Athlete of the Year in 2021, right? And from there, it's just a bunch of other stuff, NCAA and Russian League, and I don't want to talk about that. Now, Sue Bird is very interesting because she has quite a few impressive highlights, like, for example, her historic 5 Olympic gold medals, you know? Something that you guys might not know is that 5th gold medal made her one of only 2 players of either gender to win, you know, 5 gold medals, the other one being Diana Taurasi, who was her teammate, right? So it's crazy, man. The women are just taking over sports, and we just have to face it, you know, it's gonna happen no matter what. It's freaking awesome. And honestly, the way that Sue Bird played basketball, she had such an amazing flair to the way that she played. It was almost like, it's kind of like Sabrina Ionesco today. There's a certain feminine touch, but it's still very rough around the edges at the same time. She was an amazing 3-point shooter, an excellent point guard. You know, she had such a career, she had such a high shooting percentage from her career that she would hit quite a few clutch threes as well. And she was such a great assist maker, man. Her playmaking abilities, giving assists all the time, and also her amazing shooting from beyond the arc, you know, from field goal, from beyond yeah, beyond the arc, 3-point shooting, all of that combined to make her such an amazing, you know, offensive machine. She could block too, get rebounds, but her offensive awareness was crazy, man. She knew everything that was going on the court, right? And she was pretty tall. So was she tall? What's her height? I had her height here in her stats. She was 5'9", so that's actually not that tall. You know, she weighed 150 pounds, but she wasn't exactly buff, but she wasn't skinny either. She was just, I don't know, man. Just talking about her body now. I love Sue Bird. To me, she is truly the greatest of all time, and everything about her on the court, her offensive awareness and her tactical readouts, you know, the way that she could make plays on the fly, everything was great. Her layups were really fancy. There was so much zest and flair to her playing style, and that's why I love her so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, I hope I covered everything that I wanted to and that you learned something new, because I definitely do. Whenever I put together these scripts, I always learn something new, even if I was already aware of the topic before. And this is my final WNBA video, you know, my final player profile. After this, it's just a couple of more gameplays and I'll be done with basketball. And I'm also going to take a vacation coming up on my 1300th video, you know, so it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And yeah, stick around because there will be more community posts in the community tab, you know, where else would they go? And that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, if you like Sue Bird, if you're a fan, if you think she's the GOAT, you know, let's keep talking about it. You know, it's gonna be quite something. So, if you guys happen to enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a like and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell so you can know exactly what time I upload, and it's all good. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen. Oh, sorry, roll the outro screen that way, over there.